Of course, Hurts is pissed off. Yeah, he's pissed off, and he's using this. It's fueling his fire. I can almost guarantee he went out and ran about 5 miles. Every time he heard the word Watson, he went out and ran 5 miles. Just to know, just to put things in perspective, he understands that he has to go out there, keep his head down, and work at it.
Barrett Brooks, Big Sills here on the middle. I'd like to thank the Cleveland Brown fans for supporting me and my family. And you know what? Man, I hate soft dudes, man. I especially like that. I mean, high school cheerleaders act like that. Okay? High school male cheerleaders act like that.
Absolutely.
Hey, did I get my lift right? That's how kickers and punters act. They're not football players, dude. I mean, I know. Listen, I know that everyone's been upset. Shut up, dude. Have you ever heard Tom Brady post anything like that?
Exactly.
Peyton Manning or any of these other guys. I mean, dude.
He wants that sympathy, man. I care less about sympathy.
Me too.
Yeah,
I could care. Look how Jalen's acting during this. And you know what? I'll tell you something. If you want to know how to act when there's conversation about another quarterback potentially taking your job, you know who you turn to? Jimmy Garoppolo.
Right.
Jimmy Garoppolo showed you what it is to be a professional last year. Garoppolo saw all the talk. They kicked the can on Matthew Stafford. They were talking about potentially bringing in Deshaun Watson. Shit, they're meeting with Watson and his people. Even as we speak. You know what Garoppolo does? He's 36-16, goes out and wins. That's why I like that guy. Because that guy shows you what it's about to be a professional quarterback. He learned it from Brady. He learned it from Don Yee, who is Brady's agent also, and said, just keep to your own business. Don't worry about the outside noise. You know how many people can't do that? Aaron Rodgers can't do that. Baker Mayfield cries like a bitch, okay? And then you look at this guy here in San Francisco, and that guy knows exactly how to act. That's why Garoppolo is an asset, because you know what he's doing, how he acts? When someone's trying to replace you, how you act now is going to reflect your next job. How you act when you get fired, I've learned a lesson. Trust me, I've been canned a few times.
Me too.
Okay? How you act now is going to reflect on the next job. You start bitching and whining and crying about why you got released or why everybody hates you and the world sucks. People are going to look at you and go, well, if I fire him, he's going to act like that too. I can't bring that shit in here.
They don't want to bring it in.
That's right, because they don't want the headache. They want you to be a professional because you're not understanding that the NFL is about professionals. Professional football. That's what it means to be a professional football. I didn't know that when I was in the game. You did. You figured it out. You knew how to act. Barrett, people constantly telling you, I got a guy better than you. I got a guy better than you. I got a guy better than you. Shit, you look up, you got a 12-year career.
Bro, my first year, I came in, and I was supposed to start at guard, but, the guy that was starting there, he just couldn't stop smoking weed. So, bam, he's out and I'm starting left tackle. The next year, they draft Jermaine Mayberry to take my position. I fight him off. I'm still starting. The third year, they bring in Steve Wallace. Boom, I fight him off. I'm starting left tackle again. They finally bring in Big Trey. I'm not starting left tackle anymore. Big Trey, he became the starter, and he was there for like 10, 12 years after that. But then I moved to right tackle. They would always trying to replace me. You just got to keep fighting and go forward. That's the nature of the beast. I mean, the NFL is that's why they call it not for long. Not National Football League, but it's not for long. You just got to keep fighting, man, and keep your head down.
If you're not a pro.
Exactly. Well, I mean, look at what's going on with in the Eagles locker room right now. In the Eagles locker room right now, they're trying to keep things, subtle, keep things quiet. But, of course, Hurts is pissed off. Yeah, he's pissed off, and he's using this. It's fueling his fire. I can almost guarantee he went out and ran about 5 miles. Every time he heard the word Watson, he went out and ran 5 miles. Just to know, just to put things in perspective, he understands that he has to go out there, keep his head down, and work at it. You know what I'm saying? You can't be, let me send this goodbye. You ain't even gone anywhere. They ain't even said they're letting you go, but you're giving a goodbye to the fans. That just shows that organization how weak you are and weak-minded you are.
Absolutely. The guy is weak, dude. And by the way, for all you Philly people, and I know a lot of media people are tuning in, I scooped all of you guys, man. Guess where I scooped you? I scooped you in the Vic story. Who do you think reported that nationally? I did. I was the first guy before Chris Mortensen, before anybody. I told them because you know why? I saw Vic working out, and I saw the Eagles and all those front office guys in Orlando with Tom Shaw, who was his trainer. And I went over to Tom Shaw. I go, what's going on? He goes, he's signing a contract. Don't say it until noontime. He's signing a contract with Philadelphia. You know who got him the job in Philly? You know who got him the job in Andy Reid? Tony Dungy came over from Tampa, sold the Eagles on Michael Vick. I was in the room when that happened. Dungy's in. I went over with Coach Dungy. We're in Orlando. Vic walks in. They give him a physical. You can Google it. Anybody, I challenge you. Dan Sileo breaks the story. He's the first voice on the Michael Vick to Philadelphia. Okay, so I knew immediately. I've had sources in that city since the Vic story. So I know what's going on, and I know Joe. And I know this, and I know the MO. You worked for him. You were better and closer to Howie. Banner hired you, right? He drafted you.
Banner drafted me. He's the type, he likes to sit back and just watch everything just fall into place. You know, and that's how he conducts himself. Howie's the same way. He's not going to go out squawking. He'll be the guy to say, I told you so, but he's not going to go out there and let his left hand know what his right hand's doing all the time. He plays it in, you know, he plays the background first, and then bam, what do you know? A guy like Hassan Reddick is in your locker room. You know, a guy like Alshon Jefferson in your locker room. Timmy Jernigan is in your locker room. Chris Long is now in your locker room. LeGarrette Blount is in your locker room. We had no idea LeGarrette Blount was even around, or they were sniffing him. And all of a sudden he shows up in the locker room. Malcolm Jenkins from out of the blue becomes a safety in the Eagles organization. You know what I'm saying? They bring in Darren Sproles from out of the blue. We weren't looking for a running back / returner, but he comes down in and swoops players out of it. I mean, that's what he does. So, you know, to think that, you know, even Murray, you know, the running back Murray from Dallas, he doesn't make a big, you know, or a grandstand. All right, look at what I just did. He does when he puts his product out on the field. He may go out there and pump his chest up, but while he's out there negotiating, trying to make deals, he's not saying anything. He's quiet about it. Right here, Barrett. Here's just so you know. Here, Xander just sent us a message here. Confirmed. Mike Florio backed me and said this. Mike Florio goes, Dan Sileo, WDAE, breaks the Michael Vick to the Eagles story first. Wow. I know people inside your organizations, freaks, right here. ESPN Mortensen reported Thursday night on the air that Michael Vick has signed a 2-year deal with the Eagles. The deal was first reported, as best we could tell, by Dan Sileo at WDAE in Tampa. Yeah, I was in the room when they signed him. I saw the ink drying on the paper. See? So I know what's up here with this. Okay? And common sense in that organization and their behavior and how they act, they're very Raiderish in a way, Barrett, in how they go about their business. They don't show their hand. The teams that show their hand, like Cleveland, dude, look at what you've done. You've devalued Baker Mayfield Get this. You think Baker Mayfield's right now, you think you did a service to him, or do you think you did a disservice to the number 1 overall pick? You try to trade him now, people are like this. This dude was he was the number 1 pick 4 years ago. The number 1 pick. And now we're looking at Deshaun Watson.
Come on, man. Come
It
on,
doesn't make
dude.
it doesn't make sense that they wouldn't be in the mix when they have the most to offer. And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. Why wouldn't the Eagles be in the mix? Oh, they're not talking to Deshaun. Well, hell, they don't need to talk to Deshaun. They need to talk to the Texans. The Texans own his rights. Now, he does have a no-trade clause. But do you really think that he would not use that no-trade clause, use that against him, considering the fact that they could say, all right, since you're doing that, we're just going to fine you for not coming in and keep you here.
How about this, Barrett? The only way that I would use the no trade, here's what you do and why you have a no trade clause. It protects you from going to a shitty team. You're not looking not to go to why would in a million years would I not want to go to a playoff team? I'm not going to not do this. Well, because it's cold? Dude, majority of the NFL teams are in cold weather, dog. Okay? I mean, it protects you from being sent to the Jets. It protects you to going to franchises like the Dolphins. That's why you have a no trade in there. And if it's between one team or another and they're winning, it gives you the latitude maybe to pick that. But if one team is here with draft choices and the other team is here, the Texans and Deshaun, they have to have a compromise somewhere in there. How do you go to another team and how do you go to Deshaun and go like this? Look, man, we've been really great to you all year long. We've done everything you've wanted. We've paid you. We activated you. You got a credited year. Your benefits never stopped. We ate all the. How about the daily PR nightmare with the Texans all year long? That last year. How about this? You know what really sucks here? David Culley took it in the shorts and was falling on the sword. You talk about a black coach who never had a chance to be a coach.
He didn't have a snowball's chance.
David Culley never had a chance. And you cost that guy his only shot at being an NFL head coach. And you know what? You're not going to work with the Texans. I would look at you and go like this. You destroyed that guy's opportunity at winning. You never gave David Culley, black head coach, you shit on a guy. You absolutely destroyed his dream because they hired him hoping because he was a black coach and a solid coach. Been in the game 28 years. Think about that. David Culley's been in the game 28 years. 28 years. And the Texans pissed all over him along with Deshaun and shit that guy out. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, you want to know what a disservice to a black coach is? Right there. Don't tell me you're going to use some trade clause and not sit there and work with me because you cost the man his gig and his future and his dream.
Well, I don't think that's the case. I mean, like, he has said nothing about that. And everybody's saying, oh, he said he didn't want to go. No, he never said he didn't want to go to Philly. He never, neither the organization nor did he say anything close to that. Oh, but we're not talking to you. You don't know who they're talking to. I mean, at the end of the day, when you look at it, why would you want everybody to know that you're doing stuff anyways?
You don't.
You want to use it and you don't want to up the price on you going there. That's why they're letting these other teams that don't really have a shot say, all right, they're doing it. Because
these other teams, Barrett, are offering pennies.
Right.
The Eagles are offering gold nuggets.
What do the Saints have to offer?
Here, I think the 19th pick. Oh, and Trevor Siemian or Taysom Hill.
They do. And
they're $40 million over the cap.
Right.
How you fitting that guy? How you fitting that guy in?
Still $40 million over the cap. Still. They try to. They got to be under the cap before the 18th. Come on, man. Come on, man.
And wait, no. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to gut the team, get Watson, so Watson goes to a shitty place. Hey, but it's New Orleans. I'm going kind of home. You know, it's in the South, and it's inside.
It's warm. Yeah, it's warm.
Yeah, hey, watch this. They got great gumbo.
Right.
The food is spectacular. Okay, Mercedes Dome is a really good place. Dude, what about football? You know, that's what the Lakers, it was one of the famous lines I ever heard. LaMarcus Aldridge, he was leaving the San Antonio Spurs and he walked into Los Angeles and everybody was pitching. Yeah, we got Sunset Strip, we got the beaches, we got the sun, it's the Lakers. LaMarcus Aldridge went like this. I want to win games, dude.
Right.
I go, I'm trying to win a championship. I go, I'm not coming here for the bars. I can do that anywhere. By the way, San Antonio is a very underrated city, too. If you've ever been there,
yeah, I have.
It's a very underrated city, man. I enjoy going there on that boardwalk there, too, around the Alamo. It's a pretty underrated city. I love it. Dude, people want to go today, and they want to win. So wait a minute. So Deshaun's going to go to a place. I mean, he's already in a shithole. He wants to go to another one?
Right.
He doesn't want to compete? Well, dude, I don't know if you know what? How about this? I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to have a different opinion of him if he lands on some pod that's some team that has no shot of winning. Because then I'm going to go like this. Man, there's something to this here. I want to be in my environment. Now, I get the Atlanta thing. He's from Atlanta. Okay? I get the Atlanta thing. All right, Barrett, let's do this here. You got to push all three in, right?
Right. You got to. There's no
because
question.
You have to outbid those Southern teams.
Yep. You got to push all three in, but you also may have to, have some picks, lower down the totem pole also, right around about 4, 3.
4? I was thinking more like 2s and 3s.
I mean, that's a lot.
How many picks? What are the Hey, Xander, give me the progression of picks in the 2022 Eagle draft. I want to know because I think they picked up a 3 from the Dolphins or something. I want to know what all their picks are this year and what we have to put as a package together here. Because I'll tell you what, too, the Texans are going to want ball players, too, because, again, the benchmark is going to be what Denver did. And by the way, folks, if Joe Banner says that he's still in play, you got to believe. And by the way, do you know what GMs do? They call people up like Jimmy Johnson. Coach, what do you think of the value? Who's the creator of the value chart? It's Jimmy. All these GMs and head coaches call him. Okay, here are the picks. Round 1, 15, 16, and they got 19.
19, yep.
Round 2, to be determined. Round 3, to be determined. I think, if I'm not mistaken, okay, if I'm not mistaken, I think they've got 2 third-round picks. They've got 3 5s. They got a 6 that they got from the Jets. Okay, here's what I'm offering up. You go first, Barrett.
If I'm going to go, I'm going to give them all 3 first-rounders. All 3.
Here, let me write it down. All 3 ones.
All 3 ones. I'm going to give them a 3rd. I'm going to give them one of the 5ths because they got 3 5s. And then, I mean, you could pick on my roster after that. Like I said, nobody's...
3 ones, a 3, and I'm going to give you a 5, and I'm going to give you 3 players.
And you can pick. Nobody's covered, as far as, not being available to bring in a Deshaun Watson. And
I might want a 4th rounder back.
Well, they might
kind of like Denver got.
Mm-hmm.
Because Denver got a pick, Denver got a pick because they sent the players. I think they got Watson at a 4. I think that's how that worked out. So, but let's leave that off. So you're saying 3 ones, a 3, a 5th, and 3 players. You good with the 3 players? We'll get to the players in a minute. 2?
Yeah, 2 players.
2 players.
Yeah.
2 players. Okay.
And it kind of takes my lot off the board because his cap hit is going to be really high, bro. But they'll be able to afford it because they won't have Deshaun
Yeah,
on
but
the
that
books.
deal was a friendly deal he signed.
Yeah, it was friendly.
It wasn't a gigantic deal, that extension. I saw it. I was like, it's a futures deal.
Yep.
And that's why they signed him to the hometown discount deals. And he put him up there. Here's exactly 15, 16, 19. The second round is 51. Third round is 83. 4 is 125, 124. Fifth round, 154, 162, 166. And in the sixth round is 194. Here's where I'm going. I'm with you. I'm going to give the 3 1s. I'm going to give that 2 up.
Wow.
And I'll give you a 5th rounder.
That's the Commanders from the Commanders.
Yeah. Then I'm going to give you Hurts. I'm going to give you Goddard. And I'm going to give you Dickerson. Dickerson's on a rookie deal still, right?
Yep.
That's why it would be more friendly for the Texans to pick that cap up, because remember something. They're one of the leaders in the clubhouse when it comes to dead money.
Yeah.
You get a kid on a rookie deal here, then you slide that kid Isaac up that everyone's high on, you move him in, and you protected Mulata because Mulata would be big money again.
Yep.
So to me here, 3, 2, 5, Hurts, they're going to want somebody. Okay?
Oh, to say even that deal right there, that's still up there also. That's a pretty good deal though, man. I mean, Jalen Hurts, Lane Johnson, Miles Sanders, quality players. Miles is on his rookie deal. Hurts is on his rookie deal. Lane may cost you a little bit, but he's going back to Texas. So
he's 32, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's not old for
31. He's 31. He's 31.
That's not old for an O-lineman.
Right.
That's not. They come into themselves later in their careers than D linemen. D linemen, you get the best out of them from 23 until like 28. O-linemen, you get the best out of them from 26 to around 32. Am I right, Barrett?
You're absolutely right.
Because you're learning.
You learn the game.
10 times more technique for you than me.
Yep. You learn the game. You've seen everything under the sun, and you know how to conserve your energy at times when you don't. You do a lot of stupid stuff when you're young. You know what I'm saying? And wasted motion. Once you get your technique down and you hone everything, the game becomes so much. It was so much easier from year 6 to year 12. It was so much easier to do everything. I mean, your body knew where to be, how to get there more efficiently. You see things before it happens, which gives you a leg up on how to block plays. You just do things differently, and it makes you a better player once you've seen the game and everything's unfolded to you, and you've seen everything under the sun by that time. Also,
I could also offer up the weed whacker. I'm with you, Fred. I could put the weed whacker in there too, if you want. How will this affect, and will it affect Jalen? Let's hit on that, Barrett. Now we're number 2 here. He's Barrett Brooks. I'm Dan Sileo. Keep it here on the middle. Back in 3.